So Infinix is back again. This time they have the Infinix S4, no longer having the hot brand. So the S series is always focused on selfies, and I think that's testament this time because Infinix have decided to put a 32 megapixel selfie shooter on this phone, and it's their first with the teardrop or water drop notch as they're calling it. So let's check out what you get inside the box when unboxing it. So let's just unbox this. So let's read the spec. The full specs are on the website, so if you want to check them out, just go to techish.com. But pretty much this is a summary of everything. So this is the phone. You can see the teardrop notch, a couple of the main specs that Infinix is pushing with this device is the 32 megapixel selfie camera with AI, the water drop notch, they're not calling it teardrop, then the triple rear camera setup, and the dual 2.5 glass body. It's plastic, but it's meant to look like glass, as you can remember from the Techno, or rather the Techno Spark 3 Pro, which is also the Techno 11 in design for some reasons. So yeah, at the back you can see the triple camera setup, 13 megapixels plus 8 megapixels plus 2 megapixels. The 8 megapixel is for ultra wide shots, the 2 megapixel is a depth sensor to help with portrait mode and all that. Then the back. So this is literally the cleanest this phone will ever be in my hands. But this new design language that I'm seeing with current phones is quite good because on the Huawei P30 Lite you can see that sort of glass look like, but with a shiny curve. The Samsung went with a normal sort of look. Then the Techno Spark 3. I always call the Spark 3 come on 11, I don't know why, but you can see with the Techno Spark 3 it's almost the same design language. It's not metal, but it's not glass, but it looks like that because of the shininess and the finish of it. Same with the Infinix Hot 7 and the Hot 7 Pro. So let's switch it on. Something you should realize, or you can't tell from the video, is that it's really light. Yes, it's a 4000 milliamp cell, but it's really light. I think this is lighter than the than the Spark. No, it's the same. You know, these are basically the same phones. It's the same weight. I can't tell which one is which from just touching them, unless I go to the cameras, perhaps. But it feels like the same phone in terms of weight. Remember, this was a very heavy phone. Not very heavy. It feels heavier than this right now. So before we set that up, let's see what else is inside the box. Paperwork. The SIM remover, then inside more paperwork and the free screen protector and the free plastic case. This is the plastic case. There's the charger. I don't know if it's a fast charger. It's 5 volts 2 amps, so it will fast charge your device. The micro USB cable. I really wish Infinix decided to put USB Type-C by now, but you're still getting micro USB and the usual earphones from many years ago. So the display is not 1080, it's 720, but as you can see it looks quite good. It still comes running the usual XOS skin on top of Android 9 Pie. I hope this time they've toned down on the adverts, because the adverts are the most annoying part of Infinix phones and Techno phones. But there's always a way to get around these adverts. So if you know your way, the thing is to disable all the apps you don't know about, then disable and don't use XOS launch or higher S launch if it's a Techno device. So the setup process is not any different from before, and there is literally nothing that will make you like change, or there's nothing to differentiate this one from others in terms of software, because it's the same software experience. Rather, this time it's called XOS Cheetah. I think on the other one it's called Honeybee or something. I saw that the icons were different when I first interacted with the device during the launch. You can see there's a couple of changes, but it's the usual experience. So a couple of bloatware apps which you can install or disable, and get another launcher to avoid the ads. The teardrop or water drop notch, as you can see, I wish the bezel at the top was quite reduced, because it will look very good if it was very reduced. But the bezel at the bottom is also quite big, but this is not like a major complaint for me, because that we're getting such tech for around 15k is really good. And remember, there's a lot of competition currently between smartphone companies. The Samsung A20, which is about 2,000 Kenya shillings more than the Infinix the Infinix S4. As you can see, they look quite similar, the notches, so nothing very dramatic with the Infinix one. Only that the Samsung one has like smaller bezels in some way, but that's that's nothing much to complain about. At the back, the Samsung has 2 cameras, while the Infinix has 3 cameras. The Samsung has 4000 milliamp battery. This also has 4000 milliamp battery, but the Samsung has USB-C, which the Infinix haven't yet put on their low-end devices. So yeah, what I really like, that display looks quite good. It's not the sharpest because it's 720 and not 1080 or better. That teardrop notch implementation is quite good. I hope it doesn't cut on. It still cuts on apps. You don't like get the full. Like it doesn't start just at the right part where the notch ends. Let me show you what I mean. Because for example, on this phone, you can see the notch is very much on line, but here there's a space between the notch and where the app starts. It's something I've noticed with Infinix and Techno phones, but it's not a deal breaker for most people, because most people won't notice that. But yeah, the notch, it's quite good. I wish it had USB Type-C, because Samsung has proven to us you can get USB Type-C at this price point with the Galaxy A20. Hope the battery life is as good. I, for one, know the Samsung A20 will have better battery life, because the Samsung A20 comes with a Super AMOLED display. This is a normal IPS display. The cameras, I'm hoping to find really good shots, to get really good shots with this phone, because 3 cameras ensure a certain range of versatility that one camera cannot. So I'm hoping the shots will be really good. What else? The charging speed will be fast, because I've seen 5 volts 2 amps on the charger. What else? The selfie camera, I'll need to get people who really love taking selfies to test out the selfie camera. You'll see everything on the full review. And yeah, if you have any thoughts or questions about the new Infinix, it's thin, as you can see. It's not a very bulky device. It's not even very heavy. It's very light. It goes with the same design language that we saw with we first saw with the Technocam 11 or on the Transsion line of phones. It also looks like the Spark 3 Pro, but yeah, this is the first of such looks for the Infinix. It's good. Look at that sort of I don't know how to call this color. So yeah, I'll be sharing everything I think about this phone in a full review in the coming weeks. Ask me any questions, share with me any thoughts, and tell me which one you'll prefer between the phones that range between 12k and 16k right now, because the competition is currently very big there. All have quite compelling bargains for what you should get for them. And Infinix is trying to beat all that with the 32 megapixel selfie camera and 3 cameras at the back, because that's their biggest selling point. So yeah, what are your thoughts on the new Infinix S4? Subscribe. So this video is shot indoors using the Galaxy S10e. This is the front camera when I'm facing you, and the back camera when I'm shooting the phone. Tell me your thoughts on the S10 camera, because I'm finding it to be quite good with just quick shots with no extra lighting or anything.